The term marketing it refers to as a sale of goods. According to Philip Kotler is the father of marketing. It's the area of atmosphere and potential exchange. Marketing refers to all activities and distribution of goods and services. Market concept is derived from the word marketers. Its other name is known as the buying and selling of goods and services. It initiates the buying, selling, and purchasing of goods and services. It is a place where buyers and sellers meet together for trading and expenditure. For trading. Classification of market. Classification of market consists of three types. Number one is in geographical area or marketing. It is in the geographical area market is a local market, national market, and international market. Geography area based on the land, where the place where it is been happened. Here we have to go say about local market. These markets are sold beyond the geographical limits. Every commodities and products are sold in a geographical limit in the local market. They are sold in according to the local limits, and commodities such as heavy perishable are sold. Example, perishables have been sold in the local market such as vegetables, minerals, bricks, etc. Milk, etc. The day-to-day activities are sold to be in the local market. The commodity which can be sold easier, which can get easier, everything comes in the local market. Next, we are going to talk about the national market. The national word in the national market is derived from the word national, the worldwide. The product that is sold and produced at the national level is known as national market. The transportation and communication are throughout the national level in the national market. International market. In the international, the marketing is sold through globally through the worldwide and outside countries. Transportation happen the numerous amount in this international market. Next, we are going to about the importance of the primary market and secondary market. Primary market is a consist of an agriculture, manufacturing to the wholesalers, some goods or services. Therefore, in villages also primary is sold in the local level like villages and town areas known as the primary market. Secondary market. The secondary market is for further selling. The wholesale goods are related to that of further selling semi-processed and processed manufacturing sold in the example of end market. Terminal market, a market which the final products are sold in the final consumer. The terminal. First sellers then buyers and purchaser, and finally consumer gets orders. The terminal is the last point where the consumer gets the product on the terminal market. On the basis of business, the wholesale market and retail market. The wholesale market is the market sold through the wholesale of product. Bulk example, bulk products are purchased and it's sold in the retailers for a small amount. And it is means finally supplied to the consumers to the amount lesser to what they purchased. It's known as the wholesale market. Retail market, the wholesalers sell the ultimate consumer to the individuals are known as the consumer goods or retail consumer is known as a retail market. There is a perfect and imperfect competition. In perfect market is the buyers are sellers, the full knowledge buyers are sellers. And there's a competition between the buyers and sellers due to this process. Market price will and then the price of commodity. Group of buyers and sellers. Group of buyers and sellers. Effective competition between the group. There should be a group of buyers and sellers. Effective competition between the buyers and sellers. There will be effective competition between both of them and non price of commodity throughout the market. Perfect competition of the imperfect. It's not perfect competition. There's no demand between the buyers and sellers in this imperfect competition. And the basis, very short basis, very long basis, very short period, long period. In a very short period, first to a normal period. Examples of markets such as fruits, vegetable, etc. Long period, long-term duration without any recreation quality. The nature of goods is commodity for capital for commodity. There's a different type of commodity purchased goods and service through the manufacturing. Capital in the market and stock market. Market need a place for somewhat depends on foreign exchange, currency in the foreign exchange. Meaning of selling is goods or service concerned with the amount of money. Seven different concerned difference between the market by marketing seller scope, objective, orientation, emphasis, principle, importance. Difference between marketing selling consists of the scope, the objective of the project, orientation, emphasis, principle, importance. Functions of marketing. Functions of marketing is a shift type of goods and services. These are main to differ from the manufacturing process. Marketing function is operated through the final customer is operated through the main customer to the final consumer of the product. Marketing consists of concentration, dispersion, etc. Consumer goods are buying, selling, storing, trading, grading, financing, etc. Marketing function exchange, physical supply, fluctuating function. Marketing function consists of function exchange, function physical supply, facilitating functions. Function exchange is the buying and selling, assembling. Physical function is transporting, storing, warehousing, facilitating financing, risk-taking, market information, standardization of etc. Now we are going to talk about functions of exchange. The functions of exchange can be divided into buying and selling and assembling. Buying and assembling in the word is remain for the first step in the marketing, manufacture, purchase raw material in the production. It can be wholesalers. Finally it is sold to the resale of retailers who buy the goods and services in the market, and the large size have been brought and distributed to the consumers. Buying is the first step in the marketing. I repeat once again. Buying is the first step in the manufacturer buys the raw material to the production. Where wholesalers has to buy the finished products, goods for this purpose to sell the retailers. The manufacturer buys the raw materials and he sales to the retailers. Finished product, retailers resell the product to the consumer. For example, when it's manufactured in a certain places, it is been sold to various places in India. Finally, it reaches to the consumer, who is the king of who buys the product. Effective buying is successful in selling. Mode of buying can be of inspection, and which other goods services by sample. Purchase a sample products are being purchased by the buyers who would apply to the sellers. Description, some of the sellers catalog some description free of sales. Tend to buy products. Grading, it helps in grading like telegram, telephone, etc. The first quality method used purchase made by telephone, telegram, etc. It's called grading. It helps in grading the certain product as how it's quality, regarding quality, quantity, and how much is being purchased. It's a selling. The, the selling is mainly in own profit. Every product is purchased mainly for selling the product. Nothing is important than something able to satisfy the need of the important to satisfy the need of the customer. It's a process of ownership transferred according to the buyers and sellers. So a sale is important in the manufacturing, wholesalers and retailers. Important selling is to increase the number of articles and the number of producers. Large number of products are produced for selling a product. Functions of physical supply. Functions of physical consist of transportation, storage and warehousing. Transporting is carrying of goods and services. It means from one place to other. It's the transportation important in the marketing. One product is being reached to other person through transportation. It's important in it's create a mobility between the goods and services. The products are easily mobilable, easily accessible through transportation. Need of transportation is important. It's a movement from place to places through consumption of goods and services to consumers through marketing. A product has been easily consumed to marketing through transportation. Why products have been reached large amount through transportation, like shipping through airways, etc. Transportation, land transport, water transport, and air transport. For example, if an MA product is been ordered in Amazon or Flipkart, it can be easily accessed through transportation, through mobile, through two-wheelers or through four-wheelers, etc. Storage and warehousing. Storage and warehousing is important in the holding and preserving. The word storing storage mainly comes from the word holding and preserving session of goods and services for the consumer. Therefore, there is a goods and service consumed through storage and utility. It creates price utility for different places. Generally, goods are anticipated demand in the product of future in the market. All goods are sold immediately in the production. For unsold goods throughout the year can be for particular reasons. Some products are being sold and can be used for the particular seasons. It called a seasonal demand. Seasonal demand like examples umbrellas, Diwali crackers, etc. They are being sold for not hosting for a large days, and it can be used when it's needed. It is needed during festival season or when it's demanded during rainy season or season. The goods are sold and demanded throughout the year. Many commodities during a particular season are stored throughout the year. Can be used whenever needed. Some other certain things to be stored in large quantity like tobacco, rice, chilies, etc. It has been demanded and used when it is being needed. During warehousing, there are larger problems like storing needs certain places to see the insurance to be properly done for each items. There is any demand if there is any risk like in or hindrance like fire or any theft or something. Insurance mainly important for helping. Private housing. Facilitating function. The facilitating function of the financing, risk bearing, market information, standardization, grading, branding, packing. Functions are financing the use the liability of the business. It's important in the business for purchasing anything. Any business, something financing is important. So the goods purchase cannot be sold immediately, so everything finance is needed in the business and its marketing. The financial plays a key role in the business. Hence, the number of materials meeting for transportation, storage, finance, etc., insurance, etc. General goods are passed on wholesale and creditors are on credit basis. It consists of long-term financing, medium-term financing, and short-term financing. Then it's used for purchasing of land, building, plant machinery, etc. And comes under long-term financing. Medium-term financing is the rise of working capital, such as out of institutions. Short-term financing is a short-term payment for a period of 1 year. It's fine for the period of 1 year for less than the short-term financing is used. So it's mainly used by the commercial bank and creditors. Risk bearing. The risk bearing is important and due to loss of funds in the business, yes, a loss of risk in the business. The marketing risk is important factor. While doing business or marketing, there will be large amount of risk amount in the business. So risk can be bear due to the unforeseen circumstances. Marketing risk is important in every stages due to natural calamities, bad debts, fall in prices or earthquake, etc. Or during pandemic, all risk the bearing plays important role. Demand in the risk can be classified as time risk, place risk, competition risk, human risk, political risk, risk in change in demand, risk in natural calamities. Marketing information. According to Clark, marketing information is enhanced important role in the production of goods. It provides all information regarding the marketing. Standardization is most important. The standardized metric in qualities of commodities can be displayed on the various taste, color, preference. Standardization while manufacturing any product. The important to know about the features and how it's been packed in manufacturing. It should not be again repeated the same for our old products. Vintage products and the new products should not be the similar. There are some changes in the like color, taste, and preference, etc. Grading the standardization is important in the class. According to Clark, it involves in the class important in the characteristic size and quality. Grading can be classified according to the agriculture products like wheat, cotton. As the amount of wheat produced and during the season, and how much wheat is consumed for the consumer, and how manufactured, how much you buy is graded according to the supply of goods. As then some cotton also say the same thing, how much cotton is produced and how much has been used, etc. has been graded through the grading method. The grading consists of highly sold out, sold out. Grading can be fixed and variable. Grading can be fixed and variable. Grading consists of fixed amount as how much has been fixed for the certain prices, and branding refers to simple product differentiation from the competitive period. Branding consists of identifying the consumer. Branding can be of cigarette. Camelings. Branding consists of the name used for each product. Switch watches consist of the main mountain in watches. It's a brand tag used for the watch. Packing is an important distribution. Packing is not to protect against the leaking, packing, spoiling, damaging. The packing is important in the distribution. Packing should be properly done. It should not get any spoiled in the like breakage, leakage. Should not be broken anywhere. It should be covered properly. It should not be leak in any product. That should be spoiled. It should be damaged properly. It should be container placed in a proper amount like the tins, bottles, cans, barriers, bags, etc. It should be carried up in the convenient size of marketing. Marketing convenient should be marketing convenient should be